It's that magical time of the week again when we do our predictions.
Where we show just how little we know.
I can't wait for when we do.
But when we get them right, no one mourns.
No,
it's only
of
when you
course.
get them wrong. And bear in mind, right, we're doing them on Monday. We don't know what the squads are, what the weather is.
The likely disciplinary, which is going to see
So how did we,
Mattel
this week, I got 2 right. That's all I got. What did you get?
I have no idea.
Oh, I've got the table up.
Oh, I reckon I must be top now.
Did you go for Warrington to beat Castleford?
No, I'm still above you by 2 points.
That was
I
like...
thought I was top.
No, you've been like third for a couple of weeks now.
Out of 3.
It's because I got Saints to win, but I was close with Saints. I said 28 and it was 26.
I said Saints by 26, didn't I?
Well, I said... No, 34.
Yeah.
No.
This is what I write these in as you say them.
Yeah, I know.
Crap anyway,
I know. Anyway, we're all rubbish. Right. Speaking of rubbish, Gary. Huddersfield are taking on St Helens on Thursday in the Betfred Super League. Saints unbeaten. Huddersfield unbeaten in the last week.
Yeah, well, Wilford certainly got a reaction, didn't he? He asked for that resilience and he got it against Wigan. Moving the show, St Helens is a far better outfit than Wigan out at this moment in time. So, Wilford, again, he'll be asking for that consistency, but you just feel as though Saints, they're just, at this moment in time, the best team in Super League, consistently pretty good. Roby will be back, he got rested last week. So I can
Still got 3 points, man of the match.
Well, why not? But yeah, I just feel as though Saints are playing too good at the moment, even though Huddersfield, good win against Wigan. I'm going for St Helens by 13.
Of course, the other thing we don't know is what the weather forecast is going to be, which can have an influence.
So we need a weatherman on the panel.
Well, I suspect that it's not going to be great this week, I think, from the forecast that I've seen.
Rain, yeah, it's got to be poor all week.
So I think it'll be a low-scoring game, but I just think Roby back and the fact that Saints are so miserly on defence at the moment that they'll just have enough to edge this. So I'm going Saints by 6.
So what did Scotty say? I wasn't listening.
13.
13, thank you.
Drop roll special.
I've gone for Saints as well. So apologies, Huddersfield fan, but by a bit more. Saints by 18 because they're 5 from 5 and they're unbeaten, and Huddersfield have beaten Wigan.
They've had some really tight games, these two, haven't they, recently, in the last few years. I think this will be tight as well. The conditions not going to be great, I don't think. I am going to go Huddersfield to get beaten, but only just. Saints by 2. Hull against Wakefield. I think this is one of the games of the weekend. Hull against Wakefield. Gary Scuff.
It is, and well, Wakefield always do pretty well as well there, don't they? They always, seem to get up for the game. And certainly the big forwards of Fafita for the last couple of years has been pretty good at the KCOM. So Wakefield, the surprising lost against the Rovers from there, but they enjoyed going to the KCOM. But you just feel as though Hull, 3 on the bounce, looking for 4 on the trot, looking to keep that momentum going. Gareth Ellis, as we've seen around the place, has made a massive difference. I just feel as though the black and whites will keep that momentum going. I'm going to black and whites by 16.
This is probably the most difficult to predict of this weekend's fixtures, I think. Because there clearly is no great form line, particularly for Wakefield. You don't know what you're going to get from one week to the next. But I think what we have seen with Trinity is that if they have a poor performance, they have hit back the following week. And I think that is a sign of where they are. I think they'll be really annoyed that they've only got 4 points at the moment this season. And if they are going to hit the top 5 and repeat what they've done last year, I think this is a game that they've got to win. So I'm going to go Wakefield by 8.
I think it's going to be a close game. I'm glad I'm not going because I don't want to mount any of the steps at the KCOM. I'm going to go for an away win just because I have to do, really.
Hold on, you picked Leeds the other week.
Yeah,
so
but that was reverse psychology, so I wanted to see Leeds lose. Mine is Wakefield by 4. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be exciting. Danny Bruff's going to win the game this week.
Okay. I am going to go. I'm going to go for Hull. I think Hull will back up their performance this week. So all those people that were mourning, I won't give them any credit. I think Hull will win. You're right at your point. They do have a habit of losing games they should win, Wakefield, but they do generally bounce back quite well. I'm not so sure this week they will. I think it'll be really tight. Hull by 4.
One of Scully's biggest fans very happy to see that he's picked Hull this week. So,
okay,
thanks,
fair
Karen,
enough.
for that.
Leeds against London,
I picked
the
Hull
relegation derby.
By the way, I picked Hull last week as well to beat Leeds by 14. Boy, oh boy. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to get excited and I'm trying to...
You could be playing.
66.
I'm trying to defend what I'm seeing at this moment in time, and the word last chance saloon for these players, boy oh boy. You know what? Because London, they're just going to come and express themselves. London are going to come with a smile on their face, and London are going to come and enjoy this event. Can the Leeds players handle the pressure? Because the pressure's going to be on. The pressure, the atmosphere at that ground, when they walk through them gates, they're going to smell it. They're going to smell it. They're going to taste it. Because the fans want a response from what they saw last week at the KCOM. Am I going to get it? Are we going to get it? Can the players handle the pressure? Do you know what? I don't think they can. I don't think they can.
See, we're psychology.
I don't think they can. You know what? I'm going for London by 7.
What?
7!
7!
Get a picture back up. We'll be back up.
Oh, Gary, what are you doing, man?
Leeds by 10.
Yeah, I think Leeds win. At least by 8. As much as, obviously.
You're not convincing, are you? You're not convinced.
Obviously, I'd like it to be the other way.
Just come out and say what you think. London by 52. No. I think home advantage will win it this week. I think if this were at London, London would win. I'd have no doubt about that. But
I'm telling you, man.
And I want London. I'm not going to lie. I want London to win.
It's a pressure cooker situation
Well,
on
yeah,
Friday night.
I think they have shown, even in some poor games, that in 10 minutes they can take a game away from you. And I think if they have a spell where Hurrell gets 3 tries in 10 minutes, I'm not sure London can cope with that. If it's 0-0 after 20 minutes, then it's game on. But it's the first 10 minutes I worry about. I'm going to go Leeds by 14.
Benny says it's a 16 start in the handicap, but he doesn't say who's got it.
Hey!
Big Jim Milton's gone for Leeds by 20.
Yeah, I've gone 14.
Yeah,
fair enough. Never mind. Warrington, Wigan. Gary Schofield.
Warrington are going to batter Wigan. They are, and as you mentioned at the start of the show, that Warrington have been building for this, and they know what happened in the grand final. And I think Warrington, they have been taking the foot off the gas, certainly performances throughout the season. Last week they did it against Cas, first game of the season against Leeds. Warrington want this. They want to take the foot off the gas on Friday night when they play. This is easy for Warrington for me. This is Warrington by 24.
I don't think it's ever easy against Wigan. And I think Wigan are at their most dangerous when they're completely written off, as we've even seen in certain playoff games. But
There's no Sean Wayne anymore.
I just don't see what Wigan can bring that is going to turn this around at the moment. The only thing about Leeds and Wigan at the moment is they are consistently poor. So I'm going Warrington, but I think it will be a lot closer than that. I'm going Warrington by 8.
Right where Scully is right now, you'll see the Wigan badge, and I'm going to change that to the Wigan in Crisis t-shirt. This is for the people watching on Wednesday, of course. I can't do it now. Buy your Wigan in Crisis t-shirts from the programme. Got about 3 pence on each one. Warrington by 14. I think it could be more, but like they did last week against Castleford, they eased off, didn't they? And
yeah, but I wonder half if they eased off with this week in mind.
I think they partly eased off because they've been in Catalan 5 days.
Yeah, well. I think Wigan will raise their game a bit for this, but I also think this is one Warrington. They've had an eye on this from day one. I think they're going to want. This is marker territory. This is
to show it's their year.
A wolf weeing in the corner, marking out its territory.
Yeah, fair enough.
Andy says they were saving themselves.
I wonder what that guy was doing over there. Warrington by 24.
That's what I've said.
Same as Legend.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, no, fair enough. I did. Sorry, I missed. Right, okay, let's move on quickly. Castleford against Salford on Sunday.
Well, we'll be for sure. If the conditions are all right, this is going to be entertaining because both teams play the right way, don't they? And I know Cass have got a few injuries, but you look at the way that they played Salford at the weekend, and they say if Ian Watson can bottle that the way they played, then who knows? Who knows? But one thing for sure, if the conditions are good, it's going to be a points fest because they both play the right way. They will just play open, attractive rugby league. But with Cass just being at home, I'm going Cass by 8.
Sunday afternoon rugby between 2 teams that like to move the ball.
Who'd
have thought?
Who'd have thought it?
I'm going Cass by 10.
I've gone for exactly the same as Scully. I've gone Cass by 8 as well, even though obviously Salford had that great win at the weekend. I just think that Castleford at home, different proposition. Although I seem to remember back when I used to have a job on a Sunday afternoon, I'm sure Cass and Salford had a great game.
Salford won there, didn't
I think
one of the years when Cass lost a couple of home games that they shouldn't have done.
But still, I'm going for.
I thought they lost at Salford. I'm not sure they lost at home to them.
Well, I've gone Cass by 8 anyway. I think it'll be a close game.
I think it's going to be really close. Salford, the benefit of a long, they've got 8 days turnaround.
Yeah.
I know, obviously, Cass have got a long turnaround as well, but having been back from Catalans, I think it's a game Cass need to win, probably more than Salford. I know it's a daft thing to say, it's 5 games in, but I think they'll win Cass. I'm going Cass by 2. I think it'll be really tight. I think it's some tight games to call this week.
Every minute matters in all these games.
But go. If you're going to pick a game and you want to see attractive rugby,
if not, just stay home and watch Hull KR against Catalans.
I'm working, yes, I'll watch that.
So Hull KR Catalans, Gary.
Well, after Catalans' performance, but taking nothing away from Salford.
Tim Sheen said yesterday he was gutted. He
Yeah.
said, I'm disappointed with the result.
Exactly. What happened to us,
he said they beat Warrington last week and then they get beat like that. So.
So obviously McNamara will be looking. McNamara's doing a massive inquiry today, isn't he? Why the performance was like that? But you just feel as a Hull KR, the bit of quality what they've got from their home. I would imagine when the fixture list come out, they would have ticked this to say, right, okay then, the Catalans still got the troubles travelling away from home, so a good win for Hull KR against Wakefield. I can't see any different. I think Hull KR will beat Catalans, and I think they'll beat them by 10.
It's a defining game for Catalan, because not only do they need to solve this conundrum of not being able to play away, but on the back of the abject performance, even though we started the whole of the programme saying how magnificent Salford were, probably the best 80-minute performance we've seen for many a while. There has to be a reaction from Catalan to that. If James Greenwood is out, then
no, he's done his ACL.
Rovers could barely name 17
well,
this
Tompkins
week.
Back next week. And he said Mulhern will play next week.
I'm going to go for a reaction from the Dragons and Catalan by 6.
My understanding is that Hull Kingston Rovers have already been on to the producers at Emmerdale, looking for a big wind machine and a big rain machine, bringing it down to New Craven Park, the KC Lightstream Megadome, ready for this week's game. And I'm still going for Catalans because I'm bitter from yesterday. Catalans by 2.
I think it's going to be really tight. Catalans have been poor on their travels. They were awful at Wakefield, and they were even worse at home last week. Yeah, there'll be a response, but Wakefield had a big pack this weekend and it didn't intimidate Hull KR, in some tough conditions. I saw enough in that second half, playing it to the win from Hull KR on Sunday, that they've got the game plan. I think you putting Mulhern and Tompkins into that pack. If Garbutt goes like he has been doing, I thought Lynette played really well yesterday. I thought he was immense in the back row.
Great Britain Lion potential.
I thought he played really well. He took some really big carries second half. Did full 80. I am going for Hull KR by 1.
Nicholas has asked us what we think about Toronto versus Batley there. And Benny said Toronto by 50, which I think probably something.
Batley are struggling. Batley really are struggling. 1 win in 6 for them. They've got problems. Yeah. I think Toronto will win that one quite comfortably.
Right, so if you want to go against us this week, we've all tipped St Helens, we've all tipped Warrington, and we've all tipped Castleford. So those are the ones to go against on the coupon this week.
Yes.
Lump on Huddersfield, Wigan, and Salford.
Yeah.
And please, as they always say, that guy on the Australian NRL coverage, as he always says at the end, I say, pull your money on, pull your money on, pull your money on. Please gamble responsibly.
Yeah. But if you are backing against us, you probably win.